As we know, Tommy Robinson is out of prison and he's wasted absolutely no time in getting stuck into the likes of the radical Muslims that are going around causing a lot of trouble, including the likes of those that actually support Hamas or the terrorist organization. And well, in one interview that Tommy Robinson was a part of before he went away into solitary confinement, he shares why he's actually supportive of Israel. And one of the things that people need to understand is that Israel is not the enemy. Although loads of people seem to treat Israel as the actual enemy, Tommy Robinson grew up in Luton, as we know, and loads of people call him the greatest Briton, along the likes of Winston Churchill, right? So people know all about what Tommy Robinson had to experience because he's detailed it. Everyone knows that he's been exposed in the grooming gangs. He knows exactly what's going on with the Muslim community, what they're really like. They aren't shy about what they really want. It's in their charter, for goodness sake, or in the terrorist group that I'm talking about, known as, it's in their charter to wipe out the Jews, but also Muslims. In the Quran, it is their very duty to end the lives of Jews and Christians and any other one that is not an actual Muslim. You don't want any part of defending that sort of group. Now, Tommy Robinson is supportive of Israel because he knows exactly why, if you do not support Israel, what's going to happen. Now, loads of people in the West are supportive of the Palestinian people, obviously, because, well, it's become this virtue signaling rallying cry, as we all know. And what they don't really understand is that they're truly supporting the likes of the terrorist organization, and that is highly concerning. So this video clip that Tommy Robinson did with the heretics, Andrew Gold, is quite brilliant. He actually explains why he's a Zionist. Now, if you want to go after, and so many people are going after Zionists, basically having a little bit of patriotism. It's like me calling myself an Aussie. Like, I'm a patriotic Aussie, for goodness sake. I want to be Australian first, look after Australia. That's exactly what a Zionist is. But I know there are some bad Zionists, I guess you could call them, that take things a little bit too far. I get that 100%. But Tommy, I don't believe, is taking anything too far. I think he's quite rational. He's quite smart. And that's why so many people love him. But in this video, he explains why he is a Zionist. Have a watch.
Help me. And then I looked at Israel. I looked at the 7-day war, 6-day war, whatever, the 7-day war. I looked at what the Islamic radicals who governed the country surrounding Israel said. They basically told the Jews, we're taking your wives. When we win this war, your wives and daughters are ours. We're raping them. They told them. They made it public. We're coming for your women as slaves. Because that's, so anyone who wants to know Islam, that's halal. Yeah, you're allowed to do that. So they're allowed to come in and take all the women as sexual slaves. So Israel was faced. And then I saw Israel has 2 million Arabs, 2 million Muslims in it. That can become part of government, that can become politicians. We keep hearing about this apartheid state. So I went to Israel. I looked at all this. I thought it's bullshit. Islam is a democracy surrounded by totalitarian, Sharia-driven shitholes. Yeah? How are you going to deal with that? How are you going to deal with that as a country? They want the Article 2 on the Hamas manifesto. So remember, Hamas is like the Labour Party. Not much difference, to be honest, yeah? But Hamas, in their political manifesto that got them elected by the majority of Gazans, said the final day of judgment does not come till every Jew is dead. Didn't say every Zionist, doesn't say every Zionist. This is in their manifesto. Every Jew is dead. How do you negotiate with that? And when they say the majority voted for Hamas, the rest of the population voted for Fatah. It's another group. What are you talking about? So how would you negotiate with that? What would you do? I know what I'd do. I know what I'd demand my government done. I know what I'd do. And in fact, they do.
Obviously, the interview goes on, but Tommy is 100% right. So he went to Israel. He looked at Israel being the democracy that it actually is, surrounded by all these other Islamic, we use the terminology shithole, and that's exactly what they are. They're a bunch of countries that are all Islamic that are so oppressive. They've got these really strict rules. You think that the Western Christian sects, they're strict. Wait till you go and see Islamic nations. Oh my goodness, the way they oppress women, and yet the modern day feminists are silent. about all of that. No, they would love to say that the patriarchy is at fault, but they're missing the point. They won't talk about Islam being a problem in the West, and not just in the West, but also in other countries around the world. And Tommy Robinson is clearly pointing out major issues that no one seems to be really paying attention to. And if you are, thank God for that. But loads of people are more than inclined to side with the Palestinians than they are with Israel. And they see that Israel are like the demons in all this. That Israel is apparently at fault for going after. That to me is actually really insane. I don't understand it. Why are people siding with the terrorist organization that wants to wipe out every single Jew? The day of judgment, as Tommy said, isn't complete until every Jew is wiped off the face of the earth. How do you negotiate with an organization like that? You can't. Simple. And Tommy pointed out that, yes, a vast majority of Palestinians voted for Hamas to be in power. And then the others voted for another terrorist organization. So how do you negotiate with these sorts of people? Yes, maybe there may be a couple, a very select few that want real peace. Yes, there are videos that I've been seeing of Palestinian people in Gaza that are praising and thanking the US for getting aid in. But how do you negotiate with people that don't want you to exist? And that's what loads of these people like Piers Morgan, for example, doesn't seem to understand. Like, they don't have a solution to this. They never do. Firstly, you don't negotiate with them because you can't. You never can. You can't negotiate with an Islamic terrorist. You can't, because they don't want you to exist. When you've got someone that loves death more than they love life, how are you supposed to negotiate with someone like that? You look into their eyes, and I guarantee you'll see actual like hatred and vitriol. The eyes are the windows to the soul, right? Tommy Robinson is a Zionist for damn well good reason. And I think it doesn't say in their charter, it doesn't say all Zionists. Like Tommy said, it says all Jews. That's important. That's a very important distinction that people need to know, because everyone seems to go after Zionists now and say that Zionists are the worst. No, it's Jews. Doesn't matter if you claim to be Zionist or not. A Zionist is a what? Still a Jew. Like, the terminology doesn't matter. What matters is that they want all Jews, infidels, gone. And that is a massive problem that we should all be aware of. And anyone that is siding with Palestine at the moment, or not Palestine, but the Palestinian people, I guess you could say, they're really supporting the terrorist organization. And that, my friends, we've got to be very, very careful. We've got to wake up and realize we've got to be smart. Tommy Robinson, why people love him is because he is so down to earth. He speaks truth. He speaks facts. We need more people like him. We really do. That's why I support him. I can actually understand what he's on about. I hope that you guys can too. Anyway, that's enough from me, but you guys take care, be blessed, and I'll see you all in the next video.